Hello and welcome to Hot Dog on a Handshake Pro Wrestling Classic Review Series. I am Shane Price, joined by Jayden Ginsweiler here for a show we've been trying to do for God knows how long.
It's been years probably.
Ring of Honor Man Up from 2007, live from the, whatever you want to call it, Frontier Fieldhouse on Cage Match. I think it was something else when I went there, but it's in Chicago Ridge, Illinois.
September 15th, 2007, 1,200 fans in the Frontier Fieldhouse in Chicago, Illinois. Dave Prazak and Lenny Leonard on the call. I believe it was like 2 hours, 7 minutes, something like that. Just over 2 hours, not a long card. And why are we reviewing the show? Simply because we have really, really wanted to for a very long time.
Yes.
This has been like top of the list for a while. We finally found it. So we threw it into like the next available spot that we hadn't already planned a classic for. And that happens to be this week. You want to
So
get into it?
as the show starts, let's get right into it with Marufuji in the ring for a four-corner survival match between him, Nigel McGuinness, Chris Hero, and Claudio Castagnoli.
Yes, so kind of a who's who of Ring of Honor, upper mid-card to main event guys at the time.
And a Noah guy for...
Well, but I mean, he was kind of one of the Ring of Honor guys to me, I think. I think he made enough appearances where he kind of felt like one of the recurring guys.
That's fair.
In Marufuji. What'd you think of this match?
I really liked it. Meltzer actually rated a lot of the matches on the show. He gave it a 3 3/4. I went 3.5. Good, great opener. Just wish we got a Marufuji entrance.
Yeah, I went 3.5. Yeah, Marufuji kind of got jobbed on the entrance. I wrote here Chris Hero on his kendo shit.
Yeah.
He did a bunch of
They did some things for no reason.
a bunch of just unnecessary gymnastics. It was a really fun opener.
Also, shout out to Larry Sweeney as his manager. Every time I see him, it's always something funny.
That guy in the metallic suit.
Bobby Dempsey? Yeah.
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 What else? We watched some other Ring of Honor show from roughly this era.
And Bobby Dempsey was there.
And he was there with Chris Hero, and it was just a sight to behold.
every time Larry Sweeney and Bobby Dempsey are on my team, I get a good chuckle.
Yeah. Let's see, it would have been 2 weeks ago. We had the WCW Gimp. This week we have metallic Bobby Sweeney.
it's our
That's a dream match.
Our mascot of the week.
Yeah. That's a dream match right there. The WCW Festival de Lucha Gimp.
Somebody make that on Fire Pro, please.
Yeah. I gave this 3.5.
And then we get to our best of 3 series between the factions Resilience and No Remorse.
First, we get a little promo, though.
We do, yes.
From the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. And this show is what Eye Patch Danielson is from. I've seen that screenshot millions of times online. This is what it's from.
Yeah, can you imagine we couldn't find a show for no reason?
Yeah.
When it's got a main event and it's got an Eye Patch Danielson.
Yes. And it's got Rocky Romero.
Versus Matt Cross.
Yes. Rocky Romero, who is everywhere all the time. He is an enigma. He breaks the laws of physics.
Yeah, right. He's an enigma.
Yeah, he's
right.
an enigma. Like he is just he's a ninth dimensional imp sent here to bring together as many wrestling promotions as possible, and we love him for that. Not a great match here with Matt Cross. It was solid. Didn't really get too into it, but it was kind of act 1 in a 3-act structure here.
Yeah.
So I give this one 3 stars. I gave
it 2 3/4. I thought it's whatever.
Yeah.
Then
Dude.
Let's just start by saying that I don't condone anything that these two have done.
Yeah. I forgot about Davey.
Period.
I forgot about So
both
again,
of them.
Our weekly, because this is fucking professional wrestling. Our weekly separate the art from the artist message.
And this one is the artists.
From the artists, yes, both these men. Austin Aries and Davey Richards. But dude,
this match is great.
My note here. Aries would have been such a great fit in AEW if he wasn't such a piece of shit, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like if he was really good.
All he would have had to do was shut up.
Yes.
That's all he would have had to do.
But, God, he's such a piece
now
of shit.
he's stinging it up in MLW commentary.
Yeah. Watching Matt Riddle matches.
Yuck.
I gave us 3 1/4. I didn't really love Davey. Definitely some room to grow for him. Like he definitely has good matches later on, especially teaming with Eddie Edwards and TNA. But I thought Austin was great in this.
This has good PWG shit, including the match that made the Young Bucks skip Taco Bell. It's in their book.
It's in their book. Okay. Have not read that one.
Did we get to?
What was your star rating?
I gave us 2. I gave us 3.
3. Okay.
And it's our the final match in the 3-way series, the best one of the best lineup of the series by far as well. Eric Stevens, who you may follow on Twitter, versus Roderick Strong.
Is that the guy that Danielson ruined his life or whatever?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the same guy.
Same guy. Okay. I did not realize that. Yeah. This was a pretty awesome match because it was the climax of this 3-match series. The drama had built up to this. So there felt like there was stakes. It felt like he really built up to something. So I really liked that, and I think both guys delivered very well. I gave it 4 stars. I really liked it.
I gave it 4.5.
Oh, okay.
I like this. But I do get the next 2 5. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was really cool.
This
3-match series was not what we were here for. You know what I mean?
No, it's not. These next 2 were for me.
Yes.
Well, the main event was why we're here. When Jay Briscoe passed away, we wanted to do a show where we could remember him at his peak. This was a show I wanted to do.
Yes.
For many reasons. We could not find it at the time.
Yeah, so we ended up doing his first world title win.
Yeah.
I believe.
Which begs it. So can we use the main event as our hot dog?
No, we can't because the main event's what we picked for.
Okay, so we can't. So this is one. Spoiler alert. This next one is mine.
Okay.
Takeshi Morishima, the Ring of Honor World Title champion, after shoot, breaking Bryan Danielson's orbital bone versus Bryan Danielson.
Yeah. So as we mentioned, that's why we have Eye Patch Danielson.
This was an awesome match. I love the idea of Morishima agreeing to not go after the eye, and then like halfway through the match saying "fuck it" and going after the eye.
Yep. I got my quote, my Dave Prazak quote of the night here. Danielson has a very effective small package. Great work.
And that's why he's in my top 3.
That's why he's in my top 3. There you go, Prazak. This was great wrestling, great psychology. I really liked it.
I love Morishima is one of those guys who did not have a long enough career to be an all-time legend, but if given the opportunity, really could have been. I mean, he was just a young lion when he made the jump to Noah.
Yeah, I mean, this is what's the comp here? This is a Yao Ming type beat.
Just
you know what I mean?
Unstoppable.
Career wasn't long enough. Like, for whatever reason, you know.
Dominant.
Was Morishima's injury issues also?
Not really. It was more like an attitude for some of it.
Oh, okay.
After wrestling, it was definitely his attitude. He's been arrested more than once.
He's been arrested more than once?
Yes. He actually, the last time he was in the news was because he skipped paying a taxi fare and assaulted the taxi driver.
You know what? Doesn't rank very high on the bad shit that wrestlers do, so.
Yeah.
Still bad.
But it made national headlines in this Japan. He's like, Takeshi Morishima. Like, whoa, what the fuck's he doing?
Like, fucking wrestling is as big there as, like, hockey is.
Yeah,
here. You know what I mean? Like, it's pretty huge.
It's like when Koji Katao, his entire storyline in wrestling is crazy. When you watch the match of his, you know why he went to professional wrestling? Because he beat up his sumo master.
Oh, nice.
He was a Yokozuna. He was like the top. He was the top guy at the time, and he beat up his master and got banished from sumo.
Nice.
And you know what happened to him after wrestling?
What?
He got into a verbal fight with Tenryu, who banished him from war. So he went down to his own thing, and it floundered.
Huh? That's weird. Japanese wrestling is just a crazy industry.
It really is. But never mind that. Let's go to a match.
I gave 4.5. I don't know if I said that, but you said 5.
5.
Yeah, I gave 4.5.
Let's get to the next match where I'll start by saying this match is a 9:45 on Cage Match.
That's pretty high.
Ladder war for the tag team titles. Jay and Mark Briscoe, the Briscoes, to take on Generico of Generico, Kevin Steen. Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens.
Yep.
Holy shit. I don't have a lot of words to talk about this match. They didn't want to do justice.
Yeah, some stuff I liked. I love Jay calling for the big ass orange ladder after after Mark was on the shaky regular ladder.
After he sees this big ass ladder in the back of the crowd. He's like, I want that.
And the fans like crowd surf it up to him.
I love that so much. Any ladder match if Sami Zayn in it is always like he's gonna do something crazy.
Oh yeah, absolutely. In this one, so package power driver to Mark on the ladder from Steen. Awesome. But then Jay Driller on a ladder and this is so like the setup here is the ladders are horizontal with one end on the turnbuckle and one end in between the rungs of a standing ladder, and that's on each side there's one of those, and Steen does the package pile driver, just nasty. And then the Jay Driller to Generico, and just the way Generico sells it, crazy. I love that it's a move that hits your neck, right? So a couple seconds after he takes it, he grabs his leg like it did like spinal damage, and his leg hurts from it. Like that was really cool. I like that. Why were the belts tied together like that?
I don't know.
Because it was hard.
Was
it Jay or Mark who grabbed?
It was Jay.
For Jay, yeah. It was hard.
He took a while
for Jay to pull him down.
I thought maybe you still want to do the angle there, but it wasn't. I don't know.
But my ultimately my summary of this match was it was a beautiful wreck. Like that's just the way I could describe this. It was a car crash of a match, whatever you want to call it. Crazy spots all over the place. Just four dudes like just tearing each other apart. But it was beautiful. It was an incredible match to watch. 5 stars.
I give it 5 as well. Mm-hmm. I have some GCW news I just found out about that is very funny.
What's up?
Do you remember the Bing Bong guys? The Bing Bong from New York City?
Sorta.
They're gonna be at the Coney Island show.
Awesome. This is GCW's
Big Boom AJ.
Big Boom AJ, yeah, bring the boom guys. Who is the Bing Bong guys Rizzler?
The Byron guy.
Way more interesting third party.
The Byron guy, man. Come on.
All right, there we go. Anything else on Biscoes, Generico, Ladder War?
Oh, it was beautiful. I give it 5.
Yeah, I mean, it lived up to all the hype. That you had given it
a couple years of hype too.
Yeah, it lived up to it absolutely. I just really loved this match.
I want to talk about the post-show angle.
Yeah, we
that we don't really see. We see it a big.
We see a start. We
see a big part of it, I guess. Yeah, Jimmy Jacobs and earlier in the show,
Tyler freaking Black.
These fans run up to the barricade and yell, "Agent of Fall, we're coming! Agent of Fall is coming!" Right?
Yeah, I think this was right at the top when Prazak and Lenny were doing their
so
intro bit.
So it's teased the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
Very end of the show. Jimmy Jacobs, Tyler freaking Black, or whatever the fuck he was, Tyler fucking Black, Seth Rollins, and the goddamn Necro Butcher. No shoes and everything.
Yeah. This is always Necro Butcher being an Age of the Fall has always confused me. He does not fit the vibe. He doesn't fit. No. Of Jimmy and
two
Tyler.
Evil guys and a guy they pulled out of the Appalachia.
Yeah, it's like they found him in a dumpster fighting a raccoon.
Yeah, legitimately. Did you know Necro's in Mensa?
Fucking of course he is, dude. Yeah, obviously.
Somebody's an actual asshole. No, so celebrate the art from the arts, I guess.
But
he does not fit in. You're right.
He does not fit in. So I never understood that. But just a question: is this still Lisp Tyler Black? Do you remember that?
It's always been Lisp Tyler Black.
Has it?
I think so. My name is Tyler Black.
Yeah.
My dad is Derry Lurd.
Did Dusty Rhodes just beat the lisp out of him in the Performance Center?
Dusty walked in with his lisp, it shocked the lisp out of him.
Yeah.
Hey, Daddy-o, my name is Dusty Rhodes. What's your name? My name is Tyler Black. I mean Seth. Your name is Seth Rollins now. Okay, it's Seth Rollins. Thank you, Dusty. Whatever it was.
Yep. So I don't know if you guys know, but that was footage that Shane just played. That wasn't. He just played that off his phone into the microphone.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
I had it on hand.
Yeah.
I was waiting for you to say
I don't know
something
where
about
he
it.
got that performance center footage, but
I had my sources.
I mean, it looks like it was filmed on a camcorder, so it makes sense.
I have my sources. Don't
All right,
worry.
there you go.
So my source is Alex Kozlov.
Alex Kozlov. All right, cool. On our categories?
Yeah.
Or do you want to talk more Age of the Fall?
Actually, I want to talk about the part we don't see. Jimmy Jacobs ties Jay Briscoe's feet to the chains that the belt was on, and they pull him up.
Oh, that's awesome.
And Jay's
Why did they not put this on the...
I don't know.
Oh.
They did because there was a promo we put. You got a promo.
Okay, so there has to be some sort of technical or
just the copy we had doesn't have
the
it.
copying of the copies of copy that we got. Yeah.
So he's hanging there, and blood is Jay's blood is dripping.
Oh, because they all four in the match got color.
So Jay's blood is dripping onto Jimmy Jacobs' white suit as he's cutting this promo about how he's
visual.
here. And every single picture of it that I've seen is
that's just
so
like what we were
awesome.
talking about last week with Judgment Day, with the Cena blood on the white limo. Like, that's just a great visual. That is crazy. Man, I wish we could have saw
Here,
that.
I'll pull it up. In the categories.
Yeah, all right, get into the categories. Best moment. Oh, I have seen that picture. Okay,
Yeah,
now that you showed it to me.
that's from Man Up.
I've seen it. Okay. Yeah, that looks awesome. Best moment for me, I think this is going to be the back-to-back package pile driver Jay Driller.
Yeah.
I think
for
that's
sure.
the best.
For sure.
Best moment. MVP of the night.
I'm gonna go with Jay Briscoe.
Yeah, I think I'm going with Jay also.
He has the blood part too.
The blood, yeah. I think absolutely. I think it's Jay Briscoe. The Jay Driller, he's the one that pulls the titles down after many minutes.
Yes.
Trying to untangle them because they, for some reason, production tied them in a knot.
Again, seriously thought that's when Age of the Fall was gonna happen.
Yeah. And then he has that post match thing. Heat check.
Do you want to go Jimmy Jacobs? You don't see it as a problem.
Yeah, you don't see it. I mean, I think we could just go Age of the Fall, which is that post-match attack.
We'll go Age of the Fall, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's... I mean, other candidates would even be, like...
Rocky.
Bobby Dempsey.
Bobby Dempsey. Larry Sweeney's in there, too.
Yeah. No, I think it's Age of the Fall.
Yeah.
Gear of the Night.
Very
many...
Does this include Jimmy Jacobs here?
Jimmy Jacobs' white suit?
Do you want to include the blood?
I mean... Cool.
It was the coolest looking
Is
bit
that
part.
technically gear, though?
No, not really.
I think it's...
Necro?
Necro? Yeah, that's a good one. I'm probably just going to go Generico by default out of these guys.
I'll go Steen.
It's a mid-2000s Ring of Honor show. We're not getting crazy gear really yet. Ring of Honor's not there yet. So I'm going to just go Generico.
Generico's a good pick.
The mask and everything, yeah.
I might go with Necro.
Necro? All right, go for it.
He looks like a guy pull out Appalachia.
Like I said, he looks like he was like behind a Chinese restaurant in the dumpster fighting a raccoon.
They found him in
scraps.
Chinatown. Fighting a dumpster for a little bit of that like sweet and sour chicken.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's probably worth fighting for, honestly.
I can Chicago Chinatown food. I can vouch for.
You can vouch for?
That's just good.
Nice. Apex Mountain. Is this the Briscoes or Generico's Apex Mountain?
This is their best match as
units, each of them.
Units, yeah. Separately, no. For Briscoes,
for their rivalry. Oh, okay.
For the rivalry, yes.
Okay.
Briscoes, I want to say yes. This era is definitely their peak.
Is this the Apex Mountain of Ring of Honor Ladder Wars?
No, because I think Steen versus Generico is better than this.
Okay. I don't really think anybody else. This would be. Is this Morishima's Apex Mountain? I think probably the feud with Danielson overall probably is.
1 second. Let me check.
Mm-hmm. It's not the Apex Mountain for eye patches, I don't think.
Eye patch Danielson's at the Apex for?
Apex
or is it AEW?
No, I think it's probably the AEW one. It's probably the AEW one.
Is Morishima's last match was against TMDK?
Which, like Nichols and Haste?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's weird.
No. He's 3-time GHC heavyweight champion. So I'm going to say no.
I mean, Ring of Honor champion might be kind of a bigger deal than GHC.
In the U.S., yeah, but he beat Misawa for it. So
Yeah, but I mean, this is Bryan Danielson.
yeah,
I mean,
but
they're kind of on the same plane, dude.
it's and not this time. Misawa is still that huge, like ace, multicultural icon in Japan.
Okay.
In 08.
But Danielson goes on to be the ace of America.
I get. You know what? I guess.
Because like we are looking at this in 2025.
I'm talking about like a year, like less than a year after the show.
Okay.
So yeah, no, yeah.
So
So
we'll just say this general time.
We'll go 07, 08 is
07, 08 is
best
Morishima's
moment, yes.
Apex Mountain. All right.
Lost it to Kensei Sasaki, by the way.
That's also Paul Pierce's Apex Mountain, weirdly.
Is Morishima...
The Paul Pierce of wrestling? I've been saying that, dude. You don't...
we
I've been on this.
Can we see a different episode of Suda Shit about like wrestlers and random NBA things?
Yeah, NBA and wrestler comps. Surprise of the show... I mean, eye patch Danielson caught me by surprise because I'd seen that a bunch of times. This is one of those that wasn't surprising for people watching at the time, but was surprising for me.
Yeah.
But for people at the time, it's Age of the Fall. Obviously, it was probably the surprise of the show.
Yeah, I would say so.
But for me, it was like I popped when I patch Danielson popped up. Recasting. I'm assuming we're going with the Ladder War here.
Yeah, for sure. What else will we do?
I don't know. The Briscoe brothers. So it has to be 2 tag teams where they both could easily work a hardcore style match like this. And I feel like one of the teams needs to be more of a unit, and one of the teams needs to have more like individual potential. So does that ring any bells for anything? I mean, just teams that could do well in a hardcore environment.
The conglomeration. Anybody in that?
Who's putting Mark Briscoe back in it?
Sure, why not?
I feel like it should be
Willow Nightingale and Chris Statlander.
Okay, but then who's our Briscoe team?
They're the Briscoes.
They're the Briscoe, but they're not like a solid unit like the
That's
Briscoes
point,
are.
yeah.
You
So
know what I
there's
mean?
Generico.
Because then I don't know what our Briscoe team would be.
Garbage Daddies.
Garbage Daddies? I was going to say EO and Kyrie to keep it in the women's division.
They're not hardcore, though.
I mean, EO would do some hardcore shit if they let her.
Well, yeah. She does the Sasuke bump every fucking WrestleMania.
She does the War Games trash can bump.
Yeah, the
every year.
Sasuke bump. Yeah.
I don't know. What about you could go Garbage Daddies.
They're not currently a tag team, but doesn't count. They're both still active.
Well, I was gonna say, what about Garbage Daddies as the Generico type team in the Koger brothers?
Yeah, yeah, that one. That one works better. They're actually brothers.
Or is
too.
there a better tag team because do the Garbage Daddies have like that individual potential that Generico had? You think so?
Yeah, I do.
Because we could also Garbage Daddies adjacent. We could go East West Express there.
True.
They both definitely have singles potential.
Yeah, let's go East West Express.
So it's East West Express, which is Jordan Oliver and Nick Wayne, versus the Kogar brothers. Are they brothers or cousins? What are they?
Brothers.
They're brothers.
They're
Okay.
cousins in their group now, though.
Their cousin is in their group?
Yeah.
Okay, so they added a third one?
Yeah.
A third Kogar? All right. So Atticus and Otis Kogar versus East West Express in a ladder match. Book it for Kansas City, Lauderdale.
I'd watch that.
Yeah. Best double feature. You could pair this with I think pairing this with that PWG.
Yeah, that's a
Steen,
good one.
was it Steen versus Generico in that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. That ladder match in PWG was awesome. You could pair this with, what's a good Briscoes pairing?
Jay versus Mark is a good match.
Jay versus Mark.
Any ones of those they did.
Yeah. Any other good ladder matches in their catalog that you can think of?
I'm not gonna think of a ladder match, but another match.
Ooh. Briscoes FTR dog collar.
I was gonna say that or Briscoes versus Rejects from GCW say you will 2022.
Okay.
That was a personal pick because I was there for that one, and they went all over the place.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I feel like there was an Owens and Zayn ladder match together at some point. But I don't.
As a team or against each other?
Together in I thought there was one as a team in WWE, but there hasn't been. I don't know. That Owens Cody ladder match from earlier this year was really good. I don't know if it'd be a great double feature for this one, but that was really good too. I really like this ladder match with the Briscoes FTR dog collar match. I think would be my best double feature. That's a good pick. Wrestling Criterion Collection. Listen, the ladder match is very, very good, and I gave it 5 stars. I don't know if it's quite Criterion.
No, I'm going to agree with you. It's not quite there.
Mm-hmm. Dempsey, though. Absolutely. 100%. Obviously, I'm kidding, but that was some great.
Does the visual of the Age
Wait,
of the
should
Fall?
that have been Gear of the Night?
You would fuck it. Yeah, why not? Why not?
I guess you could also go. Chris Hero had some interesting gear, at least.
The
More
entire
interesting than
faction
most
had
people.
good gear.
Yeah. Classic hot dog, classic handshake.
Morishima
Danielson. Yeah, like it's because the rule that we can't pick the tag match because that's what we picked this card for. It's absolutely Morishima Danielson. That was a banger of a match. So, anything else on this show, or do you want to take it out?
That's all I got. So with that, just enjoy wrestling.